Welcome to The Leftovers. I'm Rachel Belle. The Leftovers is audio left on the cutting room floor from last week's Your Last Meal interview. And today you'll hear never-before-heard cuts from Gaby Dalkin, the chef behind the super popular What's Gaby Cooking website, social pages, and best-selling cookbooks. Last week, Gaby talked about the last private chef job she had before starting her own business, cooking for Jessica Simpson and her family. What were a couple of the things that you made that she really liked that you're known for?
Well, I mean, she made Slutty Brownies famous. Slutty Brownies is a layer of cookie dough, Oreos, and brownies all baked together. And she talked about it while she was pregnant with her first daughter on Leno or something like that, and broke my website because we had so much traffic, and I still make Slutty Brownies all the time.
If you missed last week's episode, I recommend pausing this one and going back and listening to that first. But if you're all caught up, here is my lightning round with Gaby Dalkin. What is your perfect, ideal birthday cake?
I'm a summer baby, so I'm going to go with a mint chocolate chip ice cream cake.
Do you make an ice cream cake or do you get that out?
I mean, could I make an ice cream cake?
Could.
Sure, of course I could.
Yeah.
Would I rather buy it? Yeah, Baskin Robbins, baby.
Oh, that's where all my childhood cakes are from. Yes.
Same.
You call your style of cooking California cuisine. What does that mean nowadays? I'm wondering if it's any different than it was in the 90s.
To me, it's more of a colorful, fresh vibe than, say, Midwest cooking. Everything has to be colorful. Everything is fast and gorgeous, and you let the flavors of whatever you're cooking shine.
What is your secret or not so secret late night kind of stand over the sink, I would never serve this to anybody snack?
Tortilla chips from the farmer's market with shredded cheese melted in the microwave.
Oh, God. And I can picture that texture where it gets kind of hard around the edges.
And then you can peel up the cheese from the plate and just eat that. There's nothing better.
Yeah. What did you have for dinner last night?
Last night I made salmon and I had some leftover sauteed wild mushrooms with pesto.
And when you're testing recipes, does that kind of end up being what your family eats as well?
Yeah.
You said that you eat dessert every single day. So have you had your dessert today already?
I did. I had at Trader Joe's, they have those butterscotch caramel balls.
No.
They're in a blue bag. They're in the freezer section. They're above the orange chicken.
Okay.
They are an elite snack, and I have some every day.
Okay. Are they melt in your mouth like the little Brock's caramels?
Brock's caramels?
Remember those little grandma candies, the
They're
little square?
Are they hard?
No, are they squishy, stick in your molars?
Yeah, they're stickier and they're fantastic. And you really got to floss before you have them, if you have them before you go to the dentist.
Is there one dish that you feel represents you the most, that you feel this is me? If I was a dish, this would be me.
I mean, I'm going to say the same thing I said before, which is so boring, but those chicken Parmesan meatballs, they're just a little hug. Every single one of them has a melted center of cheese, and they're so comforting. You can serve them over pasta, so you're getting cheese and pasta and chicken in one bite. They're just the epitome of happiness.
You get interviewed about food constantly. Is there another topic that you would love to talk about that you wish that you could do an interview about? I
mean, listen, if you want to talk about Formula One, I will talk to you for longer than I would talk about food. I'm obsessed with Formula One.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I was never a sports viewer. That's not my world. I played tennis growing up and in college. And then when that was over, I stopped caring about watching tennis. But I watched the Drive to Survive series maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And I realized that sports are a slightly elevated version of the Real Housewives, because they're people with really incredible talent, but there's politics and drama and all this stuff that goes into it. And it makes it so interesting. So I developed a deep love affair for Formula One, and in turn, other sports that have had really amazing docuseries on them, because there's so much that goes into them that we don't see just as a random viewer. So I'm a sports girl now. I don't know who I am.
So in your house, does your husband cook at all too, or is the kitchen your domain?
He is really great at grilling. He will prep chicken all week long, because my daughter this morning had grilled chicken with cheese melted on top of it. So we always have to have chicken prepared. He's great on the grill. He lets me run the kitchen.
I love that she eats that because, I mean, we don't need to eat breakfast food. Who cares?
Listen, it's the least superior meal of the day, in my opinion. I know it's important, but like breakfast food is not as good as lunch food.
Yeah. It's also like if you're going to eat cereal and pancakes and stuff, like you don't have that energy that you
No,
need
you're
in the morning.
tired. You want to go right back to bed. Give me a taco. Give me a quesadilla
Yeah.
in the morning. A piece of avocado toast. Like I want something savory.
And I learned from doing this podcast that breakfast is the most important meal of the day is a slogan that is a marketing slogan that they made up by a cereal company. So it's not even real.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
And that was Gaby Dalkin's Leftovers. The Leftovers and Your Last Meal are both products of Seattle's Cascade PBS. Go to cascadepbs.org to become a member today. For as low as $7 a month, you get access to Cascade PBS Passport, so you can stream any PBS show at any time. This episode was mixed and mastered by Sarah Bernard, original theme music by Prom Queen. I created, co-produce, and host Your Last Meal and The Leftovers. I'm Rachel Belle, and this is The Leftovers.